Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Chocolo here for episode 88 of Stash Watch. Yes, Stash Watch is back. It's been some weeks, hasn't it really? But I thought, I was going to do a look back today. But I thought I've got a few new things basically, and I thought, why not mix it up a bit and do a Stash Watch for old time's sake. I probably will do them every now and again actually. Sometimes I used to do them on Wednesday. I'm kind of feeling maybe I should just focus on the Saturday ones, or maybe I'll do Wednesday ones as well, but maybe not both at the same time. I don't know. But Stash Watch, long story short is I don't often have loads of new chocolates, so doing it every Wednesday became a bit too just not really feasible really. So here we are on a Saturday doing Stash Watch. Imagine that, yeah. So plenty of new stuff. So basically it's what I'm going to sort of hopefully review in the next week or so, and hopefully might try and review a couple of these this weekend actually, and then they should be available on the channel, the actual full review, hopefully from this week onwards. Yes. Hi Alan, yeah, not too bad, thank you, great to see you. Yes, I'm doing well, and your image has appeared, roses, good stuff. If I knew, yeah, I got a haircut yesterday. Yesterday was yes. Yeah, basically, it was just getting to the point where I thought, you know what, it needs doing. If I don't do it this week, it'll have to be next week or something like that. So yeah, I just thought I'd get it done. So yes, nice and short. Yeah, nice and short. So I don't have to maintain it as much for the next couple of weeks. Yeah, how are you doing, Alan? Everything going well? Good to see you. Yeah, speaking of roses, I kind of I've been meaning to redo my celebrations and my heroes reviews. They get actually quite a lot of views, those two reviews actually, strangely enough. I don't know, yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't know, it's the thumbnail of them, but they're really old ones, so I feel like I need to replace them. So I did get them today actually as well, so I haven't included them in the where are they actually? I'm a bit worried now that I've not put some things in the fridge. I went to the shops before and they got some milk and things, and I'm a bit worried I've not put the milk in the fridge. Anyway, well, if it's, it's been about 3 hours now, so anyway, never mind. But yeah, I think it is in the fridge. I think I did do it, but yeah, we'll see. But yes, anyway, I've got those two. I've got them to review. I'm hopefully going to do those at some point. But the problem is, because I'm sort of dieting at the moment, it's going to be quite intense to do a review of those, because I've got to review all like 8 or 9 chocolates or whatever. So it'll be pretty intense for those. But I'll try and get them done, I think, at some point. So plenty of new stuff actually today. Yes. Well, first of all, I'm going to start with, it's not new sort of, but it's new technically. It's this giant Dodger. Look at this. Yes. Giant, jammy Dodgers, yeah. Just says jammy underneath. But I don't know, I think a giant Dodger sounds better to me. But there we go, yeah. So massive. It's basically a jammy Dodger. We'll see how it works. Fingers crossed it's something a bit different. I don't know whether they've literally it's the ratios are exactly the same as a regular Dodger, or whether there's anything special about it. So it'll be interesting to see that one. We always have this conversation on this channel where jammy Dodgers are a bit overrated, I think. So we did a poll last week, and it seems to be the consensus was that they were pretty overrated. So we'll see. But anyway, it's an interesting one to do. Yeah, interesting one to do. Rose have been changing up some flavours, you read. Not sure of UK ones, though. Like the Favourites Australia one. That's, yeah. I think it's called Favourites anyway. I think unless it's different. Interesting though, yeah. Let me know, Alan. Yeah, let me know if you hear any more on that. Then they keep sort of rumouring a new one every now and again, don't they? And sometimes they do it, and then they have it for a bit, and then it gets removed because people have a big outcry because they've replaced another one rather than just add the new one in. I kind of feel like Roses was really good. I think we might have talked about this before. Maybe 8 years ago, something like that. They had a period where they had about 5 caramels in there, which was too much. And then after that it went really nice. They just had a good assortment in there. Nothing amazingly groundbreaking or anything, but just a good assortment of decent chocolates. And then they kind of that was when they reintroduced the coffee cream one, and had that chocolate bite one, which was like Rice Krispie pieces in a chocolate block and things, and all the others. Just had a nice variety of stuff, and I thought that was really nice, that sort of time of Roses, because they had all the classics as well as those. But then they kind of just replaced them all and just made it all a bit. They have that signature truffle, which is just a complete waste of time. There's a brownie one in there as well that just isn't that great. I mean, I think they're okay. Is it a brownie one? I think they're okay. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it was better and it just got worse, basically. I mean, that's what I think anyway. Bit of a shame, really, but I still like Roses. I still like them. Although, I think it's just one of those where it's like a sort of family get-together type chocolate, isn't it? I think that's the best time to have Roses and things, like at Christmas or other family get-togethers, whatever you have. I think that's a nice time to have Roses. Yeah, that's what sort of makes it for me, I think. I'm in a big tin of them, But, yeah. But they are nice. I used to never really have them other than in those situations. But when I started reviewing things on this channel, I ended up with Roses and other things at times where I just wouldn't normally have them. So I was like nibbling them and things. And that's probably why I need to start dieting now, because of things like that. Yes, well, I've got plenty of other things I have to say. So, where should I go next? Well, this one I got a couple of weeks back. Scott has mentioned it in Discord, and I had actually got it myself as well. Christmas sweet tubes in the shops already. Are they really? Goodness me. I mean, it started when was it last? Was it end of August last year, wasn't it? And now it's when is it now? Yeah, the end of July this time. So it's getting like a month quick. I mean, there must be a limit to when they can start doing this. Surely, I mean, surely this is the early. I think August. But I mean, I know it's July still, but I'm feeling like August now. Well, July, I guess, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. It's just yeah, bizarre. I feel like September is maybe acceptable, but then you've got Halloween and stuff like that. I don't know. It's getting crazy, isn't it? I must say. I feel like there's. I mean, I'm assuming what they try and do is obviously make you buy them now, and then you'll eat them before. Well, obviously they'll probably go out to date before they're even available at Christmas time. But it does happen in some cases, doesn't it? But yeah, madness. They just want to make you eat them now and then buy them again, basically. So, but it's yeah. I feel like there's got to be a limit, and surely we're nearly there. Well, I feel like we were there really, but it's become normal, hasn't it? So I don't know. Maybe they'll just sell Christmas things all year round soon. I mean, I'm sure they would if they could. But they kind of do half the time, don't they? They just rebrand things, But anyway, all right. Well, we got this Cadbury Dream with Oreos. It's an Australian bar because Cadbury Dream is still around in Australia. So interesting. Also, obviously Cadbury's white in the UK now, although I don't know if it's quite the same. Smooth and creamy white chocolate with Oreo biscuit pieces. I mean, this one's kind of been done to death, hasn't it? Oreo in chocolate bars now. We've seen it so many times. I don't know if it's basically. They've been done to death in Australia, but you notice it's a 170 gram block as well. They were 180 grams, the Australian bars. I don't know whether it's just because of the filling it's a bit lighter, but I've noticed that, so keep an eye out for that one. They might be reducing the weight of the bars. And hi there, Joe. Great to see you. Yes, I'm not doing too bad. How's things for you? Yeah, great to see you. Yes. Not doing too bad at all. Yes, just basically I'm trying to be more productive at the moment. I feel like I'm doing okay. It's very difficult though. It's taken up a lot of my time. I'm not quite as I want to be yet. I'm certainly not fitting in everything I need to be, but there's this kind of a limit, and I'm kind of trying not to push myself too much at the moment. But I'm doing all right really. I managed to get most of my videos done. I'm doing some shorts most weeks. And today I was umming and ahhing about look back, and I thought, you know what, I can do a stash watch instead. And I kind of felt maybe I'm, because it takes a lot more work to do a look back basically. So I've got to do all the graphics and things, as in I've got to prepare the chocolate bars. So it's a bit of an hour, and I thought, am I just making my life easier? And I thought, well, so what if I am, I mean, I've still got to do loads of reviews on the channel. After this, I've got to review a couple of these products, maybe 3 of them. I'll probably do 2. I like to do 3 a day if I can, but because I'm sort of trying to cut down at the moment, I'm probably saying 2 on Saturdays, 3 on Sunday. So I'll do the member review on Sunday as well. Yeah, you do well. Good to see, and good to hear. Yes, how's the weather? Well, it's kind of typical, I think. It's kind of cloudy but not too cold, although it probably will be classed as cold where you are, I think. But it's it's not bad. You could go out in it, but you probably wouldn't stay out in it. Yeah, so there we go. So yes, it's not too bad. How about you? How's it? Well, let's have a look. What's the how do I do this now? See if it'll do it. Will it do it? It's the old My Weather Manchester. Yeah, so, but it's not doing too bad, yeah. I hope it's doing alright with you, Joe. I'm sure it's probably a bit sort of, well, is it spring where you are? No, it's still winter, isn't it? Yes, weather Choc Roberto is currently weather for Manchester. Conditions are mostly cloudy with temperature of 21 degrees. That's relatively hot for Manchester. The wind is blowing from the west-southwest at 13 miles an hour. And the current humidity is incomplete. Yes, for Brusque, yes, where João is, in Brazil. 18 degrees, so it's actually cooler where you are, apparently. Wind is blowing from west-northwest at 4 miles an hour. 56% humidity. Yeah, so I imagine it probably is, I don't know, I feel like it's not that warm here, even though it says it is. Sunny day, yeah, well here it's not that, I'm sure it's warm where you are, to be honest with you. It's not that warm here. It says it's warm, but I don't think it is. It's saying it's 14 degrees on my computer, so I think that's probably more correct. So our summer day is actually colder than your winter day. So yeah, I think that says it all really. But it's not too bad outside, I must admit. For us, it's a pleasant day, because when it gets into the 20s for me, it's too hot. I mean, it's just we're not used to that kind of. Well, I'm not used to that kind of heat. I don't like it when it gets that hot. So yeah, so it's been really warm in mainland Europe recently. It's been like 40 degrees in some places, if not more. It's been pretty crazy, so we've been quite lucky really. I think we're just above the weather front, what have you, so yeah. So another one I got, now this one is, I don't know if many people have heard about this one. I saw a picture of it on Instagram, I think, but I've not heard any mumblings of it, but it's the, yes, Jammy Dodger's Peach and Apricots. So another Jammy Dodger, another dodgy one. No nasty stuff with Jammy enough. Yeah, so they're going all out, aren't they, with Jammy Dodgers at the moment. I think they've done, this is maybe the 7th different type they've done in the past couple of years or something. It's probably going to have the same problem as all jammy Dodgers, where it's just too much biscuits are filling, and I feel like there's nothing that they can really do about that because jammy Dodgers are classic. It's got a classic status, even if overrated, and yeah, they just can't change the recipe. I think I'd like it if they would do a sort of like a different version of a Dodger. I don't think they can for the first reason I mentioned, but something to just, I don't know, just to mix it up, get rid of the biscuit or have less of the biscuit. I don't know what they could do. Yeah, I mean, you'd probably turn up into like a little tart, wouldn't you? Then like just a little pastry cake. But if you do it with biscuit, but I think that's kind of where, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just too much biscuit for me. But I'm very interested in these ones. We'll see how they are. It sounds very nice, peach and apricot. I mean, I'm trying to think really. Can't really discern what that would. I mean, the problem is when you got peach and apricot mixed together, would you be able to really? Both nice fruits and everything, but I don't know. Could I really sort of identify a combination of those two fruits? So yes, that tastes like it. It's just kind of fruity sort of flavour you'd get, wouldn't it? Really, So it should be interesting. Anyway, interesting. We'll have to give them a review, as I say. I've got the Giant Dodger, which you might have missed before as well. So they only do the Dodger in the regular flavour, the Giant one, which is called the Giant Jammy. But interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so a couple of interesting ones there. Got some others as well. I got this. What's this one here? Well, I don't know. This is not a new one, I don't think, but I've not had it before. Must be some kind of cake there, actually, from Milka. Choco Trio, it's called, I think. I mean, well, I guess there's 3 types of chocolate in there. I don't know. I mean, if you're looking for a reason why it's called Trio, you could probably find one. But I mean, there's not an obvious 3 things there, is there? There's like 5 or something, or 4 or 1, or I don't. It could be any number of anything really. What does it say on the side? What does it say? Sponge cake with cocoa filling, 13%, covered with alpine milk chocolate, 36%. So that's 51% of the bar is unaccounted for. Basically, I'm assuming it's just a cake as the rest of it, but there we go. Not good when you can't claim, you can't define what 51% of the product is. So let's see, what's have we got any reason for it being called a trio? Sponge cake with cocoa filling or blah blah blah. There's not really any reason for it to be. I mean, I assume it's got 3 chocolates in it. I mean, it's got the chocolate cream, that fluffy chocolate bit, and maybe a chocolate coating, but not really making much of it, is it? I don't know. Sponge cake, cocoa filling covered up with milk chocolate. I mean, it's really not. I mean, you've got to use your imagination basically to work out why this is called the Choco Trio. I'm sure you could find a reason, like I say. But I mean, there's 3 stripes in the middle, but there's also 5 stripes. There's potentially 3 different kinds of chocolate, maybe, or things that could be chocolate looking. Yeah, no idea, no clue. Is Milka supposed to be middle class chocolate? Well, I don't know really. Well, I don't know really how you'd. I don't know is the answer to that one. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'd say probably not. No, I think I'm not really sure. You've got chocolate that's quite pretentious, and I would probably say that green and blacks or something like that would probably fall under that, which is in the UK, which is basically kind of Cadbury's sort of posh brand. Now you could argue, oh, it's maybe too posh, to be middle class or whatever. But it's a bit of a difficult grouping, I think. But the gist of it is, yeah, it's a kind of posh choc that I would have said, it's probably bought by. I think like true posh people would probably buy chocolate with, I don't know, 24 karat gold sort of paint on it or something like that. I don't know if that could even be 24 karat. I think like green. I don't think Milka is basically. I think Milka's like for an everyone chocolate. Really, I think it's quite regular. It doesn't have any kind of association with anything special on it particularly. But it's not cheap chocolate though. It's not cheap, but it's not expensive. It's just a normal chocolate. Yeah. Why? How about you, Joe? What's it? Do you get it in Brazil? Yeah, an interesting one. Yeah, interesting. There are some brands like that. I mean, I think generally, there are some sort of posher brand. I think Lindt, you could possibly argue, is like that as well. Lindt and those kind of ones. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, interesting one though. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. It's a funny question that one, isn't it? Because obviously you do get these sort of chocolates that are branded and cost a bit more, but are they really much different? I mean, I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Difficult one to say whether there's really any difference. There is an argument for quality ingredients. We'll definitely say most things that are branded vegan potentially that kind of way, aren't they? I think that kind of, whether you like it or not, I think it's definitely a. I think you struggle if you were not didn't have a lot of disposable income to afford a vegan diet. I think so. I think that you could probably, from what I know of anyway, which is probably quite little, but that's what I would assume or would expect. So yeah, so maybe I think the vegan bars and things tend to be that way, but they are branded, not necessarily anything too special. So they could be Cadbury and things like this. Oh, there, Rams. It's been some time. How are you doing? Yeah, hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing okay. How's things going for you? It has been a long time. Yeah, hope you're doing all right. Expensive here, 3 times the price of Nestle. Really? Goodness me. I guess it's possibly because it's imported, maybe. Yeah, possibly. Why is it deemed a bit more sort of, middle classy where you are then, Joe? I guess it probably is because it costs more. It certainly wouldn't be available to most people if it's I'd say 3 times as expensive as other chocolate available, which isn't bad chocolate either. But it just goes to show, doesn't it? Yeah. Usually just the cost alone is something. I heard something funny about this, in these places that sell non-alcoholic cocktails, basically, they make them cost the same price as regular cocktails, not just because of the fact that, well, they can, I guess, but it's also because of the fact people don't buy them if they're not got the same price because they don't associate them as being the same quality. So there's actually a sort of weird stigma against them if they're not costing as much as the regular cocktails, even though they've got no alcohol in and stuff like that. So very bizarre, isn't it? But so they mark them up because people won't get them otherwise. Very strange. If you remember me, sorry I couldn't buy a membership. I've been struggling money recently. Oh, don't worry about it, Rams. Don't worry. Well, and you tried to do it, didn't you? And things like this. So don't worry about it. Yeah. So it's one of those, isn't it? I totally understand and don't hold anything against anyone. If it's it is obviously money that if you need it yourself, then obviously I would never recommend giving it to someone else in one way or another if you need the money yourself. So yeah, well, thank you for trying though, and it's great to see you though. Either way, it's always support regardless of member or not. If you're on the channel, leaving a comment, watching the videos, and yes, being alive, stuff like that. So thank you so much. Yeah, great to see you. How are you doing, by the way? I hope you're doing okay. But that's not an indication of anything bad going on. Hopefully you're coping okay. Yes, at least 3 times. Yes, 3 times. Yeah, that's crazy. That though, crazy. I mean, I think the import costs are pretty bad. I mean, when things cost a lot more because of import things. I mean basically, for instance, this Cadbury Dream one here, this is about £3, which is probably 30, third more than normal chocolate costs. So it is more expensive just because of that. But you wouldn't sort of say, you wouldn't sort of brand. But I mean, because Cadbury's sold in the UK anyway, we don't really associate it as the brand being more expensive. Hi there, Kerry. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing? Yes, I'm sure I've seen you in the comments before, some time back. I'm sure I have. But yes, great to see you either way. Yeah, how are you doing today? And what's the chocolate situation like where you are? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. Right, so, well, I say it's always good where I am. I've always got stuff to review. Whether it's good stuff is not is up to debate, I guess. But that's what I'm here for, I guess. But great to see you, Kerry. Hope you're doing well. Yes, good facts. How about you? Yes, I watch all your videos, just haven't been commenting as much recently. Yeah, it's one of those. I think in the summertime, there's definitely been I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or whatever, but there's definitely been a bit of a lull in the channel just from views and things recently. It could be me, of course. I mean, not against the. I'm perfectly willing to admit that it could be something to do with myself or the content or whatever. But yeah, it has been a noticeable lull. I think it's just. The problem with YouTube, it could be down to anything. It could literally be down to the algorithm or anything. It could be down to the videos. It could be down to the thumbnails I'm doing. It could be down to the actual things I'm reviewing. It could be, who knows, basically. But sometimes things do well, sometimes they don't. I publish a short, sometimes it gets hundreds of views, sometimes it gets tens. I don't know. So it's very hard to know what to change, if you should change anything. To be honest with you, yes, it's a bit bizarre. I don't know what the answer is, so I don't know. Yes. Oh, so it is one of them. But I've just got, well, you know what I mean. I think it's like I enjoy doing it, and I feel like if I started doing, I always say silly examples like this, but if I started doing bungee jumps or something while reviewing chocolate, I don't think it would be my kind of thing. So even though it might attract loads of views, maybe it would be a good idea. But I don't know. I don't think I couldn't keep it up, and I don't think I'd enjoy it. Yeah. Oh, yes, I started watching a while back when I had an eating disorder. So I started watching to see you eating the things I couldn't eat. I love your personality. I've been watching you ever since. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I hope you're doing all right. I hope you've recovered from that. Yeah, sounds like you had a bit of a difficult time. But, well, I'm glad watching the videos helped you out. And, Yeah, it's very well. And I must admit, at the not a disorder. But I'm trying to cut down at the moment, and it is quite thing regarding food. It is definitely a difficult thing if things aren't quite right. I must say, and yeah. But I hope you're doing well as well. Anyway, and I'm glad you kept watching. Also, it's really nice to see you, and hopefully you're doing okay. Let me know. Oh yes, you've recovered now, and you helped me with that. Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure, and I'm really glad. Well, I'm glad I helped, and I'm glad that you're doing well. More importantly, so that's really good to see. And thank you so much for that support and those lovely comments as well. Really nice to see. It's really nice to hear that, and nice that you're enjoying the channel, and nice that you like the personality as well. I sometimes wonder whether I just waffle on too much. Yes. I mean, it swings around, but some people probably don't like that. Some people probably do. But I do put the timestamps in the video, so I think, well, you know what? I've covered all bases. People can skip to where they want, but I'm really glad you're doing well. So, and I'm sure the hard work was done on your side, not on mine. But I'm glad I helped at least in some way. Oh, so it's great to hear. Yeah, and well, speaking of in the new chocolatey things, I guess. Well, kind of. New one, Scotty in Discord put me onto this one. Fries coffee cream. Look at this. Andrew Winton's not been back for years. You'd think he'd be onto this one, but. Used to be around quite regular channel, but I think he's doing his exams at the moment, so maybe he'll turn up at some point. Rich dark chocolate with a smooth fondant centre, fried coffee cream. So this one, I had to sort of basically go all around the houses to get this one actually, because it's only available at the moment in Poundland as far as I know. It's quite dominant in there. You can see it quite easily, but it's not. B&M do loads of fried cream. I feel like these are smaller bars than used to be. Look at that, that's really small. But yeah, coffee cream, so I'm quite excited for this one. I do like coffee creams. I think if you were here earlier on, I was talking about the coffee cream in Cadbury's Roses. It used to be there. It was there when I was younger, and then it reappeared. So very excited for this one. Now, there's no reason why they can't do fries 5 centres now, you'd think, because I'm sure they've got 5 different flavours now. They've got the orange, the regular, which is just cream. They've got mint, coffee. They've got raspberry of some they've got raspberry and strawberry. One of them's not limited, so that makes 5, doesn't it? I think if I've counted correctly there. I'm sure there's one other one that they've done a few limited edition ones. Why did one that's limited? I don't know, but yeah, coffee fries looks good. Yeah, I'm going to review this after today. Well, after this, after Stash Watch. Yeah, so I'm going to review. I'll probably do the apricot jammy dodgers as well. The peach and apricot jammy dodgers as well. Yeah, so yes. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, let's do a bit of a poll, shall we? Let's do a bit of a poll. Let's do start a poll. What's the yeah, I'll just do coffee cream, chocolate. Let's have a look. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, I've done a bit of a poll. Hopefully, it's appeared. So coffee cream chocolate. Yeah, what do people think? Definitely a divisive one, I think. Yeah, Poundland tomorrow. Yeah, I had to go into basically. I had to go to one I've been near it before. I had to go to one that was really out of the way, and it was kind of not. I mean, it wasn't a great area I was going into either, really. So I was unfamiliar with it. It wasn't it was a bit of a rundown area. So it was all a bit weird, and I don't know. It's very strange. I thought, is it closed? Can I find it? Does it still exist? This shop, because it's really hard to find. And anyway, I did get there, and I did get it. But very strange experience trying to get to this Poundland that was in the middle of kind of nowhere and nowhere and somewhere, really. It was a very odd one, but I got there and they did have it, so I was happy about that. And then the home bargains for these ones, by the way, home bargains if you want the Dodgers. I think that's where to get these ones. Strange odd is just these. I mean, I don't know, Poundland having exclusives. It's an odd place to have exclusive, isn't it, Poundland? And Jammy Dodgers in home bargains as well. Again, you would. Just strange these places having them, but maybe they just have a exclusive budget or something. I don't know. Maybe the companies. Scotty, another view of the channel, usually a regular, not into there, usually out and about on Saturdays, but was saying that maybe they do like soft releases in some places, and that implication of that was to kind of gauge the appetite for the bars. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, but I don't know. Could be it. They do tend to end up in B&M as well after a while. Since B&M seems to just get everything. It's such a, I don't know. If it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't really know anything about B&M being a particular amazing place, amazing source of chocolate and other chocolatey things. But I mean, honestly, it just has so many different things in there. So often there's quite a turnaround, so things don't stay there for long because it's all imported things. But really recommend B&M. Let's say Poundland does have the odd different thing in as well every now and again, but B&M for sure. I'm not sponsored by B&M by any means, by the way. I'm not, but you know, they do have lots of interesting stuff. Yeah, lots of interesting chocolate. You know, really is. Yes, and hello there. Hope you're well, sir. Just want to let you know that Tony's Chocolonely are going to be selling little bites, and they're fantastic. I got to try them early. Highly recommended. Yes, did I see you in the comments? Someone has mentioned in the comments. I don't think it was, unless you've changed your name. I think it was just someone else was mentioning about these. Yeah, Tony's Chocolonely little bites in Sainsbury's. I think it was. So unless it's just a coincidence and it's actually a different person. But yes, good to see you either way. Good to see you either way. Yeah, so I might have to keep a lookout for these. Although Sainsbury's is another place I don't often get to. It's just one supermarket. It's kind of not quite. It's kind of in betwixt and between places I want to go. Well, places I can frequent quite easily, really. So yeah, I need to. I will be on. Look. I feel like I saw them as well, and I didn't get them. I don't know why that was. I think I did get the. They had an assorted mini egg Easter range, and I did get that, but I never reviewed them because I can't remember why. I think I had so many things to review. I just had to, you know, there's just had to call. I had to sort of not review some things, unfortunately. So that was one of them. Yeah. So, but yeah, I will keep an eye out for those. Yeah. Thanks, Outcast. I'm glad you're doing well. Thanks for the chat, by the way. It's good to see you. I think yeah, it's just quite difficult, especially with Easter. Easter's a difficult time to get everything reviewed. Basically, it really is. Yeah. So. Well, it looks like we've got a bit of a yeah. People got a bit of a penchant for coffee cream chocolate at the moment. So that's quite good. I thought. Yeah, I don't know. I had the impression that coffee chocolate might be not quite as popular, but maybe the chocolate. Those are good taste, I say. Yeah. Or watching the stream today. So there we go. That must be what it is. Because I like coffee chocolate. I mean, I really do. I don't know what it is really. I don't know. It's just something about it. It's just so different, and I quite like the. Maybe it's just because the chocolate's sweet and the filling's technically bitter in theory, although whether it really is. Yeah, interesting one. Yeah, interesting. All right, so yes, so what else we got? We've got a couple of biscuit ones next. We've got a few biscuits actually. Someone else must have mentioned it as well, which is good, but they are great. Marshmallow ones are perfect. Cinema snack marshmallow ones. That sounds interesting. Yeah, okay, I'll have to. Well, I'll definitely look out for those then. So there's quite. I just expected them to be smaller versions of their existing bars, basically, like little, you know, like I don't know, you know, they have sort of quite, you know, like chocolate ones and a chocolate with hazelnut bits in or something, but it sounds like, but if you say marshmallow ones, that sounds very interesting. I might have to look out for these. So it's like a sort of I wouldn't say it's like, well, is it like roses or something like that, where they're very distinct little chocolates then, or is it just mini versions of their regular bars? Because marshmallow definitely sounds very different than what I've ever seen from Tony's before. I don't think I've seen them doing a marshmallow. Unless they do one, I've just never seen it. But yeah, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, but thanks for that, Outcast. It must be. It's definitely. Well, it's 2 recommendations now then about it. Yeah, so thanks for, as I mentioned that to me. And the marshmallows, that's definitely perked my interest a bit more, because I was thinking maybe it was a bit, just basically like an assortment box of their regular stuff. And well, that is good, of course. But if it's got something a bit distinct in it, like marshmallow, that's very interesting. Yeah. They do triple chocolate sea salt marshmallow with biscuit, and then there's dark chocolate pack. Okay, interesting. Right, well, I'll definitely look out for these. The marshmallow ones specifically. Are these separate packs, these ones then, aren't they? Are these all together? That sounds quite interesting, though. Triple chocolate sounds nice as well. Sea salt's the one, it's kind of a regular one, isn't it, with them? It's not a bad bar or anything, but it's kind of like they do a big bar of that. I've not seen a big bar of the other ones, though. Although I guess dark chocolate. But it sounds very interesting, yeah. I do have a couple of Tonys in the backlog to review, actually. So I hope to get around to them at some point, but not these ones. So yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out. Did you get them from Sainsbury's as well, then, Outcast? Is that where you found them? So it is a bit frustrating the way all these different shops, you know, have different things, you know, like the Fries Cream Poundland, you know, these apricot and peach Dodgers from Home Bargains, you know, this from B&M, you know, it's like, you know, it does make it quite difficult. I mean, there's other things, you know, as well as those obviously there as well, but you know, yeah, it does make it, it's difficult to get up to even notice. I mean, if you don't shop in these places, you might miss a lot of things, basically. You might, and that's what I used to do before this channel, before people were telling me that there's all these different shops that sell different things. So yeah. But yes, there's a few Marylands. They seem to be branching out to a few things. Got these ones. I think I got these in B&M, but I think they are available in other places. Mint Choc Chunk. Chunkies, yes, Maryland cookies. So there's a lot of mint stuff. It seems to be making a resurgence, doesn't it, mint? I've seen, what have I reviewed? I've done a couple of mint reviews recently. They were primarily being the Mint Galaxy, which I definitely recommend viewing that review. We can review it if you want. Yeah, definitely recommend checking that one out for sure. But there definitely seems to be a thing, mint. I did another review. I think it was a Cadbury Australia Dairy Milk anniversary bar of some kind. I think it was like an 80-year anniversary or something like that. That was a mint one. I've got that to publish soon. It has been recorded. I just need to edit it basically. It's probably this week. The problem is I've literally got about 30 reviews in the backlog that I've not actually published. Some of them from about 3 years ago. So I need to probably do them at some point. But yeah, but there we go. Mint choc chunk. I like that. I like the way sort of that there's big green bits in there, but in a ways it does look a bit odd, doesn't it? I don't know. I mean, usually I guess mint. You don't normally get mint chunks like that, do you? Well, you do. You kind of do in some bars, but not always. Normally like it just reminds you of pistachio or something like that, doesn't it? But interesting. Yeah. Yes, they're all individual packs, and yep, they weren't supposed to be out on the shelves at the time. So Tony reached out to ask them, for any early feedback. Okay, so they've kind of been leaked a bit, have they? Okay, Sainsbury's then, right? I'll try and go this week. Right, interesting. Yeah, I will try and see if I can get those then. The problem is when they're new ones, sometimes people pick them up quite quickly. But Tony's, I think, because it's a bit more expensive. Yeah, this is one, Jow, for what you had mentioned before, Jow, by the way, if you're still about. Yeah, Tony's might be, a bit more of an expensive chocolate that would fall under that remit you were saying before. But, yeah, interesting. I'll have to, I'll have to look out for those. I'll have to look out for them. I'm very excited for those, actually. I feel like the marshmallow one definitely would be quite an interesting one. Yeah, but they all sound quite nice, though. We'll see what I get. It depends how much they cost, of course. But I'll definitely go for the triple chocolate and the marshmallow ones. Those are my two priorities, I think, because they're quite distinct. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking out for those. Yeah, and I've got so many, all these things to. This is the tip of the iceberg of the things I've got to review as well. By the way, I've got so many other things in the backlog to review. It's ridiculous, and I don't think I'll get through all these. So it is one of those. They do a membership program now. The silver members, the bonus, the perk for them was that they could vote for what I would review basically. But the gist of it is that I don't have one silver member. And I don't think but basically they just wanted to support the channel. The perks, whatever, was kind of like they weren't too bothered about. They just wanted to support the channel. So if you're interested in being a member, do check it out. The links are in the description. This and the other, but only if you are in a position to do so, of course. But it's a great way to help out the channel. And I do try to make it interactive. Bronze members do get a sort of special review every week, and there's about 140 special bronze member exclusives now, so there's definitely a lot to keep you going. Silver members get to basically vote on what I'll review this week or the next week, and gold members get an exclusive review opportunity, I think it is. But do check it out either way. I think it's gold members that get that. I know gold members get like exclusive videos and things, behind the scenes stuff, and I think the diamond members, yes, would get exclusive, can request a review basically. It's got to be sort of practical though, and you can't request me to review something ridiculous. It costs about £2,000 to buy. So it's got to be within reason, of course. But there we go. Yes. You understood? Yeah. Basically, Tony's is a bit more of an upmarket chocolate, I would say. It's a bit more expensive. It's got lots of sort of, anti-slavery messages on it and things like this, but it does charge a premium for all this. It's very expensive compared to regular chocolate generally. They do smaller versions like these mini ones, I think Outcast was mentioning. So there's potentially cheaper there, but I think they're in packs, so maybe they just work out, still charge a bit more. But we'll see. I'll have to look out for those. Yeah. Thanks for the tip off, Outcast. Thank you very much. Yes. Pretty interesting, those ones actually. Marshmallow and the triple chocolate for sure. Right, another cookie one this week. I'm sure this has been out before, and I feel like I reviewed these years ago. I think did we even mention them in one of the lookbacks last week or the week before? I see something similar. But the Twix cookies. Yes. Now, I'm optimistic about these because the Mars cookies were actually very nice. I really enjoyed those. They're soft cookie. I don't know whether these are soft baked. But they haven't got the sort of caramel centre in, I don't think. What does it say? Crisp cookies containing milk chocolate drops and caramel pieces. So it kind of works for a Twix because it's just naturally got the biscuit on it, of course, which a Twix has. And this is a cookie, so you've covered that base already, and then you've got chocolate and caramel chips. It says it's a crisp cookie though, which I guess a Twix is a crisp cookie. Well, it's got the biscuit bit, which is crunchy. But I feel like for me, I would like it to be a soft baked cookie. You could argue that's not in keeping with Twix, maybe. But I don't know. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I feel like soft baked cookies are just nicer generally. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my preference. But we'll see what it's like. We'll see. I've got these two all come in the same packaging. I wonder if these are made by the same people. Burton's. No, Burton's you can see there. I think they make Dodgers, those Jeremy Dodgers, I think they do. Yeah, Burton's again, yeah, there we go. But do they make these? I don't think they make these actually. I think these are just made by Mars. We'll have a look while we're here. I guess maybe the trays are made by the same people, that's what it is. Yeah, these are made by Mars, I think. Oh no, hang on. EU importer there, Burton's Biscuits. So there we go. So I don't know whether they make them. It's got a Mars. I assume they do make them. They must do, or at least I don't know. I'm not sure whether they make them or not, but they're mentioned. So I don't know. Maybe unless they just pack them. But yeah, don't know. Interesting. Interesting. All right, yes, and last one for this. There's loads here. You've seen there's loads. I can't possibly review all these in a week. This is why Stash Watch sometimes is a bit difficult because A, I don't often get new stuff, and B, I can't review them more than a week anyway. So sometimes there'd be like an overflow into the next week, and I think, well, I've got the things I'm going to review this week are things that were in last week's Stash Watch, and I never got round to them, you know. So, so it's one of those. Oh, hang on, in the poll. Oh, hang on, we've got someone doesn't like the old coffee choc. I wonder who that was. Burn it with fire, they've said. Goodness me, yeah. Well, there we go. So I'll leave it until the end of the stream. But yeah, there we go. Looks like there is. I thought it was too good to be true that everyone loved coffee cream or coffee chocolate. But all right. So the last one, yes. So these Secret Santa biscuits, Mars Secret Santa biscuits. Now imagine that. Well, these are a bit of a funny one. These have only just come out now. Whether they have only just come out now. I mean, well, first of all, this is Burton's again. I've definitely seen this style of biscuit many a time. Yeah, Burton's. Look at that. Burton's biscuit again. Look at this. It focuses in. Burton's biscuits. I mean, you know, goodness me. I think there is another company that makes biscuits, so cakey type things. I think Burton's maybe make some cakes as well. What is it? Is it Premier Foods? I think it's Premier Foods. I think they make like Mr. Kipling cakes and stuff like that. I think it's them. Possibly do the mini rolls from Cadbury's and stuff like that. Although I know, but maybe Burton's do some. I'm not sure. I can't think now. But maybe not actually. I think Burton's might just be biscuits. Considering they're called Burton's biscuits, it's probably a good thing. But yeah, Secret Santas. Now there's been a few of these. I remember the Bounty one I reviewed. I'm sure I reviewed about 4 years ago. So there's obviously these Secret Santas have been around for quite some time. It's odd that they've only just done the Mars one. I don't know if that's really true that it's new, but they did do. There were biscuits like these that were Cadbury branded as well. I'm sure they were very much similar to these, and they probably were done by Burton's. So I had like the Dairy Milk one, the Whisper one. I think I had the Whisper in the backlog for a long time. I don't know if I've reviewed it, but there was loads of them, and they looked just like this. So it looks like Cadbury cancelled theirs, possibly have, and I think maybe the Mars ones have been done by them now. Yeah, so going for lunch. I see. Great show as always. Wish you a peaceful weekend. Thanks so much. Have a great lunch. Have a great one. And yeah, this is the last one, so probably will be gone by the time you get back. But have a great one. Great to see you, Joe. Have a lovely weekend yourself. Great to see you. Yeah. Now the first thing I'm going to say about this one is it really Mars? Where's the caramel? I mean, where's the nougat rather? Where's the nougat? Well, maybe where's the caramel? But having had a sneak peek at the back before, it does say a crisp biscuit with a caramel flavour filling covered in milk chocolate. I mean, but look at that. Surely that should be nougat. Why is that flavoured caramel? Or why is it not caramel flavoured nougat? Just, you know, it just seems, I don't know. They basically just had a filling, you know, they've already made this biscuit and they've just flavoured the filling. You know, so that's all they've done and labelled it as Mars. But, you know, is it really Mars? Well, it's not Mars, is it? I mean, it's got no caramel and it's got no nougat in it. I know it's got caramel flavoured filling, but anyway, probably, well, you know, my review will probably say this, and maybe I'm spoiling the review too soon. But, yeah, I don't know. It's not really Mars, is it? It's got chocolate on it. So I mean, you could kind of label anything that's got chocolate Mars, couldn't you? Really, I think, if you're going to do that. But yeah. I can't say I have high expectations for these Mars biscuits. I know. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably taste nice, but they're not really Mars, are they? Yeah, they're just not Mars. I mean, you could label this as Galaxy Caramel or Dairy Milk Caramel or whatever, or anything with caramel in it, and just, you know, and say it's the same thing, couldn't you? You know, it's just a bit silly, but it does look nice. You know, the packaging. But yeah, I feel like they will be a bit disappointing as far as the Mars bit's concerned. Outcast, I think you're right there. I think very disappointing. I think those ones. But we'll see. You never know. We could be surprised. Might be some. Maybe the secret Santa is actually secret, and they've not told you what it is on the wrapper. I highly doubt that, but there is always that chance. All right. So yes, what was the poll like? 5 votes. Oh, it's very close. Yeah, I'll give about 5 more seconds for the poll if you want to vote for whether you like coffee cream chocolate or not. Coffee cream or coffee cream or coffee chocolate, basically. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a one-sided affair at the moment. I've not voted myself. I can't vote, actually, I don't think. But I haven't voted either way. But it's 80-20 at the moment. So 4/5 preferring coffee chocolate. I do agree with that myself. But I don't mind if you don't agree with that. But feel free to not agree with it. But yeah, the reason we mentioned that, yes, just a quick recap. Fries coffee cream. Going to review that after Stash Watch. And going to review these as well. Yeah, Fries coffee cream in Poundland. Jerry Dodgers, peach and apricot. Home bargains, those ones. Going to review those in a bit. Yeah, and then we have the Cadbury Dream Oreo from Australia. Or these Choc Trio Milka cake bar type affairs. Choc Trio, no idea why they're called Choco Trio. No idea called Trio, no idea. There's potentially 3 things in there, but there's potentially more, potentially less. Giant Dodger, B&M have got that one in. And so you've got the Mars soft centre as well. Secret Centre rather. It's dubious as to whether it's Mars at all. Maryland Mint Choc Chunk. I love them. And lastly, yes, if you saw those, the Twix cookies as well. Yes. Yes, the Oreo Dream was it. You've tried it, have you? Was a hit for you? See, it does look very. It does look. I was a bit sick and tired of Oreo fillings for a time, but I've kind of grown a bit better with them now, and I think they definitely. With that, it's the cream part, but they used to have a lot of cream in there, and I feel like they tried to sort of replicate the cream part of an Oreo in the biscuits, and I found it was just a bit too sickly. So I'm hoping this one they'll just leave it to the white chocolate from the Dream white chocolate. So fingers crossed. Yeah, so I'm a bit optimistic about that one. My faith has been restored in the Oreo branded products. I remember the ones I really loved was the Dairy Milk and Milka Oreo sandwich bars, where you had like a mini Oreo, and basically it's literally like an Oreo, but they had chocolate going through it as one of the layers as well, and it kind of encased the mini Oreos as well. It was amazing. It's basically like just Oreos, but with a layer of quite thick Dairy Milk or Milka chocolate inside as well. Very nice. They're probably my favourite Oreo branded chocolate products. They were very good, those ones. I don't know if they still do them. I've got one in the backlog that I got just in case. I've reviewed it before, but yes, there we go. Yeah, Milka have copied Cadbury's big crunch Oreo bar as well. It wasn't very good. The sandwich bars were fantastic. Yeah, I'm glad you like those as well. Yes, yeah. I thought you would. Yeah, they were very good. Classic one. I don't know why they got rid of those. Very strange, that. Very strange. But yeah, Milka and Cadbury basically owned by the same people. That's why. So they obviously, I don't know. Yeah, they basically just share the same templates or whatever. So it's a bit funny, that one. Yes. All right, let's end the poll then. Yeah. So yes, coffee chocolate is here to stay. Yeah. Apologies if you voted against it, but don't worry. We can't all like the same things. But yes, yeah. But there we go. Thanks for all your votes, everyone. Thanks for all your votes. Yeah, good haul. Looking forward to Fries View. Thanks as always, and have a great weekend. Yeah, take care, everyone. Really great to chat to you all. Thanks so much for all your support and all your chats and all your comments and all your views. All massively appreciated. Yeah, really, really is. Yes. And thanks so much for your chats. Joe Allen. Yes, and who else? Ramps, of course, from before. Thank you so much. And Kerry as well. Kerry, great to see you, Kerry. Yeah, really is great to see you. I'm glad you're doing well. And yes. And I don't think I missed anyone else, don't think so. Outcast. I think I mentioned Outcast, but just in case, Outcast as well. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll definitely be looking out for those Terry's little bit bars. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's Lacta there. Yes, is that the Milka one? Yeah, I think I remember you saying that. Yes, yeah. Strange how they've got different brandings. But yeah, I guess we have it here as well. As a booming lad, I think nothing beats Cadbury's. And thanks for the stream. Catch you soon. Yeah. But you're in the Cadbury factory most weekends. Well, maybe not. But I wouldn't blame you if you were in a Cadbury factory most weekends. Yeah. Glad you got the local support there. Yeah, good stuff. Thanks, Outcast. Great to see you. And as I say, hopefully I'll get that Tony's Chocolonely Little Bits bars done soon. Yeah, I'll definitely keep my eye out. All right, guys. Thanks so much again. If there is a bit of a sort of bit of latency, bit of lag or whatever between messages coming to and from me, basically. So long story short is I might have already gone by the time your message comes through. So I've not been ignoring you. It's just that sometimes I've gone basically, and the message doesn't come through till I've gone. There's a bit of a forgot what the word is, but there's basically a bit of time between me receiving the message and coming back and stuff like that. So I'm not ignoring you, it's just one of those unfortunate things. And yeah, but anyway, take care everyone. Thanks so much again for all your support and for watching. Check out the member program and the Discord server, links are in the description for that. And yeah, and hopefully I'll see you in the comments and see you in the next reviews and see you in the next live. Should be a look back next week, all going well. So I'll hopefully see you then. Take care everyone, have a great weekend. Bye for now. See ya.